Hey Capstone Class and Randy, welcome back to my podcast, which I will never do again because I am graduating, no matter what. In this podcast this week, we'll chat with Rosie Ridgway about food insecurities on campus. Enjoy.
Good segue.
Yes, right.
Let me make sure it's okay. Yep. So the reason I wanted to do the story like this is because I know that I recently read an article. Well, there was an article by National Geographic last year that addressed like food waste on college campuses.
Yeah.
And after talking to a lot of the dining halls and doing a lot of research, we actually do UNT does actually a very good job of not wasting food, but there still is some.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you kind of like. Because you'll talk to the dining halls, and of course I really do enjoy being there. They're so nice, but they're not gonna say yes we do waste food. They're gonna tell you how much they don't waste. So I was just wondering if you could tell me looking at UNT's campus, how is that situation for us? You know?
Well, I can only speak for anything that I can supervise or see or anything like that. And I've actually we've had many conversations with the director of dining services, Peter, and he's very open to working with the pantry and whatever. I do think that I'm confident in the how they handle their food waste.
Yeah.
But I do think that but I do think Peter is a fantastic leader in that area. In that if there is a relationship there that we can build moving forward, he's all for it. Our restrictions on our end is we don't have refrigeration yet. So if we were to do some frozen meals or something after the end of the day coming from cafeterias or something along those lines, which is something that would be phenomenal. We just don't have the means to hold it just yet,
Is it that in the works? Is that being talked about?
It is. Yes, it absolutely is. Yep, they've actually been purchased, so I think that we're just waiting on the delivery of those
Are they
refrigerators
big,
or freezers. I think a deep freezer, and then the refrigerator is open front, like a clear open front, almost like storefront type refrigerator type scenario, is what I'm told. So, but yeah, so that's soon. I think there's some potential relationships there with them that we can, as soon as we get to the point where we can facilitate that, it'd be great. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So awesome. Thank you so much. Hannah has a survey. If you guys could fill that out, or a donation form, and then that way we know for sure we can get you guys the proper thank yous.
I'm so glad I'm getting that action. So you will like right now the only reason you would say the food pantry and the dining halls aren't working more closely is because of refrigeration.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think currently right now if we froze those meals or whatever, we wouldn't have anywhere to stick them right now. So yeah, I think that those talks are in the future. I think we both have two parties that are very willing to work with each other. So.
And the two parties you said are the
dining services. Peter, the head of dining services, and Mo McGinnis is our dean of students. She's the head. I run the day-to-day coordination of the pantry. But yeah, I think that those two are very willing to work together. I've met with Peter many times, and I think as soon as we can, we'll try to build that relationship to move forward.
That's good to hear. I mean, I am on my way out, but I've used the food pantry a couple times just because, when you, the main thing about the dining halls is that you have to be able to afford the meal plan, you know, and I don't have it just personally because I prefer to cook, and I do enjoy cooking, but what would you say to students who can't afford a meal plan? Maybe they are facing some food insecurity. Would this be the place for them to go, or are there other options on campus, or how does that work?
So
I think they can't buy things every day
exactly. So we like to post occasionally on our social media sites. There are certain organizations on campus that do free lunches and things like that. Like the BSM, the Baptist Student Ministry, they do a free lunch every Wednesday. So we try to get the word out on the street of the free food that is available to students on a daily basis. We always, if students are really in need, we put on our survey, each time they visit the pantry, they do a survey and they ask, are you interested in referrals to community resources? So if they are, then we can reach out to them and talk about, our Daily Bread here in Denton. They do hot meals every single day, breakfast and lunch. That's a resource that anyone can take advantage of. that's in need. And so then, of course, with the pantry, we're encourage the students to come, grab a bag of food. Like I said, as of right now, we are not on a limited basis on how often they can come in the week. Right. So they can come and visit us every day if they need to.
Right.
Even students that have meal plans come to see us. When their flex runs out, or if they have the minimum meal plan and they run out of meals. Bye, thank you so much. Then we're a viable option for them, even though they are on a meal plan. So.
And would you say that from what you've seen, again, you sort of I can't ask you about something you don't know,
right.
but would you say that UNT compared to other campuses, maybe if you've ever been involved with them, food security is something we should worry about, or is it a lesser issue? We have other problems.
No, I think we're right in it with everybody else. I think that there's been, just recently in the last 5 years, a ton of research and studies that have gone on college campuses about food insecurity and homelessness. I don't think it's a new problem. I think it's that people have brought to light and within research, and sometimes on college campuses nothing's real until it's researched,
Exactly. Until people see it and they're like,
yeah, let me see the data. So more and more people have been pouring into these students in need, and I think it also goes with the trend of the college student nowadays does not look the same as it did before. So used to be that students were 4-year students that were coming in as freshmen, more than likely living on campus and also supported by their parents. No need to work jobs during school and things like that. Now we have more non-traditional students that are coming in, which is fantastic. Making it easier for certain populations to become part of the college community and make a difference in their own life.
Right.
But with that comes, just because they're able to come to college doesn't mean that they're coming from families that were food insecure, and just because they're coming to college doesn't mean that they're not going to be food insecure as well.
All right, thank you for listening to the only episode of this podcast I will ever make until I make another one. Have a good evening.